Between the Excitement is Everything. I'm Mitch. This is Mitch Reviews Everything, and today I will be reviewing Falconer's 8th studio album, Black Moon Rising from 2014. Wow, this is a really good album, and it starts off very strong. It starts off with a song called Locust Swarm. This is one of those Falconer songs that asks some of those tough questions about humanity, kind of like Clarion Call did off Chapters from Vel Forlorn. This song, Locust Swarm, is questioning humanity's use of the earth as far as the way I take the song, and how it's just a matter of time, realistically, before it all falls apart and the ecosystem is just destroyed and we work the soil a bit too hard. So it's kind of one of those hard songs where it's like, is there a good answer to any of these tough questions about humanity? So I really like that song. It's a really nice opener, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album. That song also kind of makes me think of the title to this album, Black Moon Rising. It's the end, it's the end of everything, kind of. And, even the cover of this album, as you can see, has it's very bright comparatively to other Falconer albums, so it kind of has that impending doom kind of feel to it just because of all the red on the cover. So I think that opener is very good. And then you move into a song called Halls and Chambers, and man, wow, this is one of my favorite Falconer songs off the album and of all time. This song is just, it sounds so classically like Falconer. It's just one of those songs that just I don't know, I absolutely love this song. It's just a super, super awesome song. And it just has those classic themes and sounds of Falconer. It's just a great song. And then you move on to one of my other favorite Falconer songs of all time and off the album, A Crow in the Barrow. Wow. It doesn't really get more Falconer than that. I mean, it's not about a falcon, it is about a crow, but man, this song is literally about a crow scouring down at you from a barrel. And I'm sure that there's more allusion and symbolism here in this, maybe regarding death being close. I don't know, but the song is literally about a crow scouring down at you, and oh my god, do I absolutely love this song. Falconer, this being their last album they released to date, Black Moon Rising is a really good album. And I do have to say, a follow-up to Armad, unfortunately Armad was entirely performed in Swedish other than the bonus tracks. This is a good follow-up. I really like this album. I will say, this is a personal note now, more personal than just my opinion. I, in my life, find it very difficult nowadays to listen to music. So for me, I really can't say I was into this album where I was listening to it continuously every day. When it came out, I kind of put it off, and it took me a couple months of listening to it to finally accept this album. And I'm not saying it's a bad album, it's just me personally finding time to listen to music just is not there. So when I look back on Black Moon Rising, I can't say that I was too into this album, but that was only because of personal, just not having the time to really get into this album. And I find that with every album that has come out in the last 5 years for me. It's just tough to get into. And I will say this also, this is the last Falconer album to come out. They announced back at the end of 2017 that they were working on a new album, and I would anticipate any day now that we're going to get an update on that album. Typically, it takes them about 6 months or so to work on the album or record, and then it'll typically come out. Well, they've been working on it. We haven't heard any word, but this will not be the last Falconer album. Thank God. There will be more. At least one more. So I'm really anticipating the next Falconer album. I cannot wait to hear it. I can't wait to see what the artwork's going to be for it. It's always very, very exciting when they release that first image of what the album cover is going to look like. So I cannot wait for the next Falconer album. When it comes out, I will be immediately getting it. And I just absolutely can't wait. Also, this is a little trivia about the album. It did come out in a digipack, and I think it was limited to 4,000 units on a digipack. And I think this is the first time where a digipack, we didn't get anything. I don't remember there being anything extra. I think it was the same 11 tracks that were in the regular version as there are in the digipack. I think the digipack is just a cooler packaging, I guess. But yeah, it's the first time we didn't get anything special with the album either. So there's that with this album. But yeah, my final opinion of Black Moon Rising is it's a very good album. It's definitely worth listening to. Falconer is just absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait to review, hopefully later in this year, their 9th studio album. For all the Falconites out there, I'm Mitch. This has been Mitch Reviews Everything, and I will see you again on that next release.